Welcome to USMLE Sarthi. We are committed to empowering IMGs. We're excited to guide you on your match journey. Don't forget to click subscribe and turn on notifications so you can get notified whenever we add new content. Also, follow us on Instagram and Twitter for the latest tips and tricks regarding everything USMLE. Now, let's dive into it.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, depending on your time zone. So this is the USMLE Sarthi team, and the topic of today's webinar is very relevant to those of you going into the match this September, and it is about how do you select programs to apply. So now would be the time that you are, addition to doing your CV, your PS, obviously spending time in program selection, assuming you have done your specialty selection. So whether you are an old graduate, whether you are a recent graduate, this would be one of the things that will come up, which programs to select. Now, of course, there is a brute force method where you can apply to all available programs in the specialty, but that doesn't really help. A, it is very expensive, and B, when you get the interview, you anyway have to research the program. You want to focus on the program. You want to apply your fit to that program. So that is the focus of today's webinar, and we will have specialists and our panelists from 3 specialties today and then 3 tomorrow. So for example, on our screen, you see Dr. Mudassar Mahmood. He is a Sarthi panelist, and he's an old graduate. And he was, and his wife was also a Sarthi student. So he's well aware of the process. He's going to talk about internal medicine. Then with that and without further ado, let me hand it over to Dr. Mahmood. So Dr. Mahmood, if you want to introduce yourself a bit, give some sense of your journey, and then tips on program selection, IMG friendly programs, and so on.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, from wherever you are, either any part of the country. So I'm sitting in Colombia. It is a sunny day. It's 11 a.m. in the Midwest area. So my name is Mudassar Mahmood. I matched in 2024, and there was a long journey. I graduated many years before. Maybe some of you have seen me already on the Sarthi website. Then I did my MRCP from the United Kingdom. Then I did my MRCP from the Ireland. And we all know that as long as you're becoming more old, it is hard to get the residency. So what I and my wife did, we adopted the other route. We did the nephrology fellowship. That is a bit easier. I will not say a very easy, but a bit easier to enter in the US system. And by this, you have a lot of US clinical experience in your hand before going to the residency. And at the same time, you are working with the people or with the attendings, with the same medicine attending whole day. So you have a lot of time to introduce yourself. So ultimately, me and wife both ended with the residency. She finished already, she's an attending in internal medicine, and I just started my residency after completing my year. So this is the kind of the pathway which old graduate can adopt. But moving forward, the first question that why we selected internal medicine, everyone has a different aspect. Some want to remain as a hospital medicine to continue in internal medicine. Some want to do the nephrology, subspecialties, hem-onc, and whatever anyone want to say. The most important thing which I have seen and observed, and I think most of the people when we as a student are missing, that we have done step 1, we spend like 14 to 16 hours per day for our studies. We have done step 2, and then we passed the OET. We did a lot of research and publication, but we are not taking this process, the interview process, the matching process, as much as serious as it should be. I don't know why, because it is the last and most crucial part of this journey. So personally, I assume, I don't know you agree or not agree, that I am taking or saying this all process as a step 4. If we will work hard on it, on all of its steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, then of course, everyone will get matched. Then, yeah. Moving forward, the main question coming to the focus to the programs that how much programs we should apply. As Sir Pawan mentioned, you can simply apply thousands of programs without looking and without opening. But what will happen? It will cost you a lot of money. And at the end, maybe you will not get an interview from where you want. So how you select your own list? I am sure most of you have already started because it is already getting late. It is not an easy process to select a list. Personally, when I applied, I went in each and every program. It may be thousands, it's caused me days and weeks, but at the end, I ended up with a well-furnished small. So what are the resources which are available? Like if you will join Sarthi, the Sarthi will have their own list. They will help you to prepare your own customized list. On the internet, you can see there is a residency match. You can get help from there. And also ERAS, in the ERAS, which I don't have at this moment, but on the ERAS, there is a Residential Explorer. And also there is ERAS have some own kind of data which can help you. So this is the one side which you can get help from there. But what kind of help you are getting from these resources? So what you should know that what is in your hand. The most important things is your year of graduation. If you are a young, fresh graduate, like first year, like many people did USMLE while they are the medical student, you will get a lot of interview. But maybe these are interviews which are not the programs which you like. The more older you will be, I can say readily 3 years, and then the cutoff most of the time is a program will not go further than 5 years. Yes, then you have to spend a lot of time. So your year of graduation is very important. This thing you cannot change anymore. Thus, your scores, what you score you have got, maybe some of students still have the step 1 score. That doesn't matter anymore most of the time. But yes, step 2 score matters. Step 3, if you have that score matter. But this also the second point which is done and you cannot change. Third point is publication. You have done, you can do more. US clinical experience, if you have, that is good. And your visa status, that is very important. When you are preparing your list, you have to know which programs are giving visa J1 or H1, or you are green card holder, or you are ED H4. So how you will do, you will open your FREIDA. At the same time, you will open the Residential Explorer, you will open the ERAS and the program website. The most important thing in this program is you will go for the data that how much are the US citizen, how much are the US immigrants. The US immigrants are those who have green card, but they went outside, like in Pakistan, like in India, like in Caribbean countries, and they study there. So if you are not of them, these programs are excluded, or that percentage is excluded. Where we rank like J1 or H1 or green card are the one who is non-US immigrant. So make sure that you are not confused between immigrants. You have to differentiate what are the US immigrants and what are the non-US immigrants. You can open the website. Ultimately, you can go to the program website and you can immediately recognize the faces. Just go down and see which college from they are. This college will give you a hint that either maybe I'm from Pakistan or someone is from India. But if his college is US, then this program is dominantly US. If this program contains immigrants from other than US, then maybe that will helpful. And nowadays, most of the residents and everyone has everyone has social media profile. You can just Google it and you immediately came to know that this program is inclined toward word. One thing I found very strange, I don't know why, but some programs are more inclined toward one country. I don't know why. If someone will say biased, no, in the US, no one is biased. US is a kind of a country where systems are more stronger than individual. But programs are inclined. You can get help from them too. So Then this is how you will see, how you will open. You can go to program and you can search state by state, program one by one, and you can filtering them out. Keep the data and keep recording. How many programs? It depends upon how fresh. If you are fresh, maybe 100. If you are older, maybe 100 to 175. But spending this, you have to spend a lot of time on this. And after ending this, you will find maybe the 100 program, you will save your time, you will save your money, and you will get a more efficient result. Personally, I don't believe that any list can help you. You have to prepare your own list. These lists are most of the time just computerized based list. They will enter the data, but lists keep changing every year. There is a no doubt. Also, there is one important thing you can search for the new accredited programs. They fit in your match. Most of them, they are not giving the visas. Some are. Then the one more important thing which I want and really helpful that the program one unmatched last year. That may be the very helpful. And you can, for that, you have to spend time and see which program. There's a data always available on NRMP. I'm not sharing my screen because you will take the pictures and then you will not do your own work. You have to do your own work. This is the Sarthi main focus.
Yes, yes, yes.
So yeah, because if we will share the information, that is very easy. But if you will share, you will get more points, much better than me or much better than everyone else. So yeah. Then there is also data available on the NRMP website that which are the most. So in the internal medicine last year, 10,000 seats were available. Now, and how many are matched? Like 31% of the non-US immigrants matched. So this is quite a large number. Now the next question is what program? University programs, yes, but few. Like if you will go in any university, you will see because university programs always have their own residents. They prefer their own residents. Then they prefer the green cards. Then they prefer the one who work with them or who research with them. Very few. Some programs even don't like if you work on that in the same program. But that doesn't matter. So always include the diversity in your matching list. Don't go all the big programs. Maybe you will not find even a single interview. Diverse your list from the main cities to the even small rural areas. Even if you will get a residency in a small town where there is only 2-3 rooms of the hospital, at the end of the 3 years, you have one certificate that you have done the residency. Then the US will be open for you. You have to enter in the program. Which is the most common? The top one is the United States, New York. Then there's a Pennsylvania, Michigan, New Jersey, Florida, Texas, Illinois. Then there are the programs, New York. There's a list of the programs, and all this is available on the internet. So main program, but you can go and you can research. The main agenda and the main I can say the focus of today's webinar is to tell you how to do it. You have to do it by yourself. We can guide you, we can help you, but I don't have your credential. You don't have my credential. I don't know what is good for you. Only you knows, Mr. X knows what is good for X. Only Y knows what is good for Y. So yeah. Any more thing you want to add, Sir Pawan?
No, thank you. I will answer the questions and, because I know you guys are very busy, but I will give you some questions that you can take maybe. So one question is, what is the ideal IMG percentage for a program? Let's say a visa seeking IMG is looking. So do you have a cutoff that you recommend that, go to this program that has, I don't know what percentage, 25, 30, what do you recommend?
Well, 25-30%, it depends upon how much money you have. First thing, the simple is that. But the main thing that first thing you have to at least 50 to 60%, but that list should be non-US immigrant. Main focus is because they will not mention what is a non-US immigrant. You have to go on the prom website and look how much actually non-US immigrants are there. And 99% of the program will mention that Mr. X came, his name is Mr. X, his medical school is Mr. X. The medical school is very important. because the loss of immigrants and the loss of the US citizen, maybe from Pakistan and now the US. So many people are here. Their faces looks like other countries, but they are actually US. So medical school is the main key. Don't look for the face. What is the picture? So 50 to 60%, but the most important thing is the diversity. Don't go only for the big program, big cities. They will not take you.
Okay, so I'll give you one more question before I let you go, because we said 20 minutes for you. Shafia is asking, my YOG is 18 years. How do I go about it? So older graduate, how should she go about?
Well, I think so. In Sarthi last year, we have 4 or 5 students who are 21 years. There was a none of 22 years, but we have 21 years. So it all depends upon what you have done till now, how much are you determined, and what you want to do. I'm not giving my example, but I can give you one more example. There was a student from Pakistan. He was graduated in 2002. He matched in 2003, but then 9/11 happened, or 3 or 4. His J1 was rejected. He continued his home residency in internal medicine. Then he applied again. He matched second time. He was not able to get visa. He continued his home residency in Hemong. He applied again in 2010. He did not match again. He matched, but he did not get visa. Visa was rejected. He continued his professional career in Saudi Arabia. Then ultimately he matched in 2018. So at the same time, it all depends upon how much determined you are to come to US. Everyone has his own family scenarios, how much passion you are, and what you are doing. What I would say, if US residency is not the final thing, when you have done the USMLE, you have the certificate to join residency at any time. But at the same time, continue your clinical experience wherever you are doing and keep applying. Don't sit at home. This is not the last thing.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Mahboob. Appreciate your time. And I know, you are very busy and you have a family, so I'll let you go. I will answer questions and we will wait for other panelists, and I'll share some of the data as well. But thank you again, Dr. Mahmood.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope that video provided valuable insights for your journey. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And check out our website for details on how we can guide you to a successful match.